Morning, everybody. Mayor Tom Schneider here at the Shop and Save at Flower Valley at the intersection of Lindbergh and Halls Ferry. Good morning, and we're very pleased that Shop and Save has decided to invest in their store here at this location and improve it. It's just a beautiful, large facility, a great shopping experience for our residents and guests. And at this time, I'd like to introduce Kendra Kendrick. She's the store manager, but you don't call store manager anymore. Store director. Kendra.
Thank you, Mr. Schneider. Good morning. My name is Kendra Ketchum. I'm the store director here at Shop and Save. I would like to take a minute to thank everyone for coming and joining us and enjoying our newly remodeled store. As you look around, you will notice our new local decor. We have street names as our aisles. We have expanded produce, organic section. We have freshly baked bread, muffins, donuts in our bakery. We have expanded our deli and seafood. We have a new service meat case. We have a new seasonal item, and we also have many more items to choose from throughout our grocery, dairy, frozen, and HB categories. With that being said, I would like to take a minute and introduce you to our employees, my family members. To my right, we have Marnique, our bakery manager. We have Stephanie, our deli manager. We have Chandra, our front end manager. We have Chuck, our meat manager. We have John, our produce manager. We have Ernie, our dairy frozen manager. And Josh, our HB manager. I would also like to take a minute to introduce two of my ASDs, LaTanya, there to the left, and Chris. I don't know where Chris is at. Chris Daniels. Okay. I would also like to take a minute and introduce our DM, Paul Robertson. And last but not least, the president of the company, Eric Hymas. I would like to thank you for everything, Eric, making this possible. With that being said, we'd like to take a minute and donate a check to St. Louis Area Food Bank. If Shannon would come up. Would you like to say something?
I would like to say something, yeah, and then we'll take a photo. Thank you for inviting us out here today. Shannon and myself are employees at the St. Louis Area Food Bank. We serve nearly 400,000 individuals in the bi-state area, and Shop and Save is one of our pillars. It's one of our best partners through financial donations and product donations. We couldn't do our mission without stores like this, and we really appreciate being here today, so thank you. Hold this for a second.
Just on behalf of the Florissant City Council and the residents of Florissant, again, we thank Shop and Save for their investment. With me, helping me to represent the city this morning is Lieutenant Jeff Peters from our Florissant Police Department. I'd just like to, on the eve of 9/11, thank him for his service. Thank you, Jeff. In behalf of, we're obviously very proud of our law enforcement people in our city, our police department, Chief Lowry and all his staff, to keep our city safe. And we know that that's one of the reasons that we have a robust investment in our city is because it's a safe city because you guys keep us safe. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
We're still at the Shop and Save at Lindbergh and Halls Ferry. I'm here with Lieutenant Jeff Peters. They just had the ribbon cutting, And one thing we didn't mention, Jeff, was, and I didn't notice it, but the decor of the inside of the store has fluorescent reflected all over it. Let's see, tell us some of the things that we've been observing.
Every time I look around, I see something that catches my eye and say, that's my city. First of all the aisle names, instead of aisle 1, 2, 3, 4, their aisles are named after streets. There's Old Halls Ferry, there's Patterson Road. Where's the cookies? Oh, go down to Washington Street. I love it. And not only that, they have maps of the immediate area around the store, accurate. They have old photographs posted on their walls, blown up. Every time I look around, I see something new and unique. This is just a very, I don't know, it sounds hokey to say, but it's very cool what they have done to incorporate the community into their store.
Yeah, you know, we see this in restaurants all the time. Applebee's does it, and some other restaurants, they always have some maybe a photograph of something fluorescent. They've got a bunch of pictures in here too. Route 66, which we used to wind through fluorescent. The old Steak and Shake that we used to have on Halls Ferry. And they have a bunch of pictures of different historical buildings here in fluorescent. We're just very pleased with the investment that Shop and Save has decided to make into their store here. Their presence here is very appreciated by our residents. And I just want to say again, I just want to thank you, the police department, and you're representing them here today. I really think that the great job that our police department does in protecting this community really goes a long way in promoting the investment that we've been experiencing. We've had very, very brisk and healthy investment in the Florissant community since I've been elected, and even before that when Mayor Lowry and Mayor Egan were mayor. So this city continues to be a popular destination for corporate America to invest in. I just want to thank you guys for your efforts.
Well, absolutely. Thank you so much for saying that, Mr. Mayor. And as far as the police department, we are an integral part of this community. We are welcomed by this community. We welcome them. We have a great working relationship with our residents, with the business community, and this is a perfect example of it. So thanks for saying so, but it goes without saying that we are part of their community.
Well, let's go get some coffee and donuts or so. Whatever.
I'm all right with that.
Hi, everybody. Mayor Schneider here at the intersection of St. Francis and St. Ferdinand, and we're getting ready to honor Charlotte Ballard as the second female in our walk through history. Charlotte has a relative here with us. We have Charlene Harkey Ransom, and I've asked her to say a few words about her godmother, Charlotte Ballard.
Wow. Well, first of all, I'm sure Aunt Becky, which we called Charlotte, would want me to thank everybody for being here in her honor. And I don't know what organization it was that put her name on the plaque, but we are very happy for her to have that in her honor here. And I thank whoever that was, or all of Florissant who had done that. I think maybe, I don't know, Mary Kay Gladbach, I think, had maybe put Becky's name in for the honor. And I think she well deserves it. She did a lot for Florissant. She did a lot for a lot of people behind the scenes. She was just a very good and special lady and cared about a lot of people and had a lot of friends here in Florissant, and I think is still remembered here in Florissant. So once again, thank you all for thinking of her and doing this in her honor. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Charlene. Also with us is Mary Kay Gladbach. And she, along with Rosemary Davison, they encouraged me a long time ago to think about historic Florissant, and we came up with the idea of putting 3 flags to honor the 3 countries that the city of Florissant has been under. Rosemary and Mary Kay also decided that Old Town Partners need to get reborn also around that same time. I regret to say, and I'm going to say it on this particular program, that we found out today that Rosemary has passed on. We had a 96th birthday party for her about 3 or 4 weeks ago. We were all able to say goodbye. She was very alert and very conversant. It was a wonderful afternoon. It was a privilege to get to say goodbye to Rosemary as she was going to travel to Arizona. But on a happier note, we're going to be, honoring Rosemary in a not too distant future in the same historical walk. But I'd like for Mary Kay Gladback to talk a little bit about her friends, Charlotte Ballard and Rosemary Davison.
Well, I'll follow up first with Rosemary Davison in that there will be a memorial mass for her on Saturday, October 18th at St. Ferdinand's Shrine. So all of her friends are invited to attend that morning. And as far as Charlotte Ballard, I too grew up calling her Aunt Becky. And there isn't a cause that she didn't respond to. She was active in so many organizations, including the Florissant Historical Society, the Friends of Old St. Ferdinand. She was taking with little children. She was always concerned about that. If anyone needed help, Aunt Becky was there, and so often it was in the background. People didn't know. She was proud of being a seroptimist, and I think that the plaque is very well deserved, as Mayor Schneider knows, because I came to him with it and said, we need to honor her. She was certainly one of Florissant's top citizens. Thank you.
Well, it's a real honor to honor the second female to be honored in our Walk of Fame. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot more in the future. We have such a wonderful community, and we all know that it wasn't just men that made it so. And I appreciate all the fine women of the community that are here tonight. I'm going to read what the plaque says, and then I'm going to ask Charlene to actually uncover the plaque, which is right over to our left here. Charlotte Ballard, after her husband Lawrence passed away in 1956, she became the sole owner of Ballard Plumbing. In 1959, she was the first woman in Missouri to hold a master plumber and drain layer's license. After retiring from the plumbing business in 1975, she devoted her efforts to community service. She was a charter member of the Florissant Valley Historical Society, past president, secretary for 18 years, board member of the Florissant Valley Sheltered Workshop. She was a charter member of the Florissant Valley Historical Society and Florissant Old Town Partners. Mrs. Ballard was one of the founding members of Friends of Old St. Ferdinand, as well as a Seroptimist member and team volunteer. No matter how busy, she always made time to help others and did these kindnesses quietly, touching many lives. Her example of community service will always inspire us. Mary Kay, would you help Charlene uncover the cover on the plaque? Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, it looks beautiful. I'd like to thank everyone for attending. We always have a real good attendance at these historical reflections, which is very gratifying, and I just want to thank everybody for taking the time out of your schedule and away from the Old Town Partners Wednesday Night Out celebration at Handel's tonight to attend this dedication of this plaque. Thanks a lot. Hi everybody, Mayor Schneider here at 2312 North Highway 67. At the ribbon cutting for the Firehouse subs. And we have with us Maureen Selzer. She's the owner, and she's going to tell us a little bit about Firehouse subs and maybe introduce some of her employees that are here today. Maureen?
Thank you. Firehouse Subs was started by two fireman brothers in Jacksonville, Florida. They opened their first sub shop in 1994. And had lots of people want to open the same sub shop, so that's how the whole franchising of Firehouse Subs started. What's near and dear to their hearts is their public safety foundation. Through our roundup program, guests can round up to the nearest dollar, and they donate money to local fire departments that might not have enough money for different equipment that they need to better serve their communities. Last year they donated $9 million to local communities where there's a Firehouse Subs, all over the nation. And it's through their Roundup program, pickle buckets, everything like that. So that's really near and dear to Robin and Chris Sorensen, who started Firehouse Subs.
That's very noble. But you know what most of the people want to hear about? They want to hear about the food. Tell us about the food And we really appreciate the community activity, but we really need to have the food so that you can raise the money for the community activity.
Yes, definitely. Without a doubt, we have the best sandwich out there. What's unique about Firehouse subs is we take our freshly sliced meats and cheeses and we put them in our patented steamers for 2 minutes and 45 seconds, and then we put it on a toasted roll. Just makes the meat and cheese explode through the steaming process, for sure.
Now, Firehouse Subs is located just east of the Florissant Post Office. It's in the same little complex as the FedEx office supply center. We also have with us Carol and Marty. Going to tell us who's here from the Chamber of Commerce. We have a large crowd. I appreciate everybody showing up for this ribbon cutting.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Hi, I'm Carolyn Marty, and I'm president of the Greater North County Chamber of Commerce. And on behalf of my board of directors, some of them that are here today, my ambassador committee, we have representatives from the Florissant Valley Fire Protection District and the Blackjack Fire Protection District. We want to welcome you to the chamber and to the community, Maureen. And here's your plaque. I'll hold it a minute.
Okay, with no further business on the agenda, we're going to cut the ribbon now.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right. Come on, we can do it.
Yay, good job.